insert generic greeting here. Alright, I know, it is actually kinda late for an advent calendar video, since most YouTubers who do that would do them, you know, before December, so you can actually tell if you wanna buy that one yourself. I instead decided to kind of unpack it live, as in December, when I'm actually unpacking the doors to give you my honest reactions. I've actually looked through a lot of different options for advent calendars because I wasn't sure what to get, and I was between tea, coffee, salt, spices, hot sauces, chocolate, but that would be probably kind of boring. And then I finally found one that I really was intrigued by and that I got immediately the second I found it. Well, that's not quite true, but I got it relatively quickly. And this is this one, which is a popcorn advent calendar. And it's like half my size, which is impressive. So, and there are actually quite a number of different options for flavored popcorn calendars. Albeit this is the only one where the popcorn actually came already flavored. Like with most other companies, you would get a pack of unflavored popcorn and then like the spices. But all of these calendars had terrible reviews where people said it didn't really work or did taste bad and stuff like that. There weren't really instructions on how to do it. With this one, everything's done, so I don't have to worry about any of that, and that's a lot better for me. I don't want to make the popcorn myself, if I'm quite honest, especially not 24 times. Now, when I originally got this idea, I really planned to film every single day, so you know, it would be like an actual advent calendar unboxing, but I realized that I really don't have the energy or time to film every day for 3.5 weeks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna film and open doors whenever I feel like, which is probably gonna be every 2 to 4 days. But I'm also not gonna open any days prematurely, so you will get my honest reactions. I will not look into any of the products when I'm not filming. Hey, I'm gonna interject here at the very beginning, just to point out that this video didn't go how it was meant to go, which probably you already know, given that it's an advent calendar video that was supposed to be there in December, and it is right now the mid of January, and this video is probably gonna go up like somewhere in February, which is gonna be when you're seeing that, or even later, obviously. I remember when back in January, February, I said I'm gonna finish this in February 100%, and I'm sorry it's late. It's April, and I haven't started editing it. I hope this will go online in April. It makes no sense thematically anymore. There's gonna be no snow anywhere anymore, and no one's gonna have connections to Christmas, so that's great. The company that had this calendar manufactured is called Pfefferdieb, which kind of translates to pepper thief. And it's a Germany-bound company, so I'm not sure if you would be able to even get that when you're not in Germany. I'm also not sure if they usually ever produce anything like that, because, you know, they are usually selling spices as far as I can tell. It was also just like commissioned by them, but according to like this box, it seems to have been made by like a popcorn company from Vienna. So I'm not sure if that company then sells those flavors usually. Today is the 2nd of December, so I have 2 bags to get into today. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of confusing where you have to rip open. Here's the bag of popcorn you get, which isn't extremely tiny. It's obviously not a lot of popcorn. This wouldn't suffice a whole movie, but like maybe a 10-minute YouTube video. Day number 1 is the flavor apple drool, which already sounds so exciting that I can't wait to open this. I do not know how to open this without spilling it all about, but you know. Wow. That smells delicious. It kind of smells like just cinnamon, and in the ingredients it only kind of mentions cinnamon, so let's see. It's really good. I'm not exactly sure why it says apple strudel. This mostly tastes to me like cinnamon. But you probably have sometimes eaten like homemade apple pies or apple strudel, apple cake, whatever you want to call it. There usually is a certain amount of cinnamon on it, so I can see the connection. I wouldn't be able to tell it's apple strudel if somebody told me. I would really think this is mostly just meant to be cinnamon. I'm gonna eat this probably tonight, watching some videos myself. It's like stuff on the side that kind of looks like pepper, which is interesting. Yeah, it says this flavor is called Alp herbs. So like herbs from the Alps, basically. Which is good. I was already wondering if this is all gonna be sweet, but sounds like this is savory. And I'm very happy about like the switch in between, because I wouldn't want it to be all just sweet. Admittedly, it does have kind of a medical smell. It doesn't taste bad. It's not the flavor I necessarily would pick if I could pick it, but like, I'm likely gonna eat it. It is tasting a bit smoky, if that's the right term. The amount of salt in the popcorn is definitely optimal. And then you have the double taste. I think this will get like a 6 out of 10 for me. Mostly because it is creative. I never would have thought this to be a popcorn flavor or even a possible popcorn flavor. It is definitely not quite my thing, but I'm 100% sure a lot of people would love it. And then this would get like a 7 out of 10. It's, again, not the most exciting thing in the world, but it is quite nice. So it is currently the 7th December. I don't know what happened. The last days have been a complete mess and I don't really have the biggest recollection of them. So I didn't ever get to film, which means the original concept I had in mind kind of failed. But I did keep my promise. I did open nothing at all. I also think it's actually the 8th December. It's already past 1 AM. But we're gonna ignore that and pretend it's the 7th, because I'm still hoping to film in 2 days again. We'll see if that happens. Alright. Blue Vanilla Sky. I'm not sure how well these are visible on camera, but this is not blue. There's like kind of violet crusts on there, but I don't know. I have no idea where I got blue from. So interestingly enough, the berry that is used for this is called European blueberry, which is not the same as a blueberry, but it doesn't seem to have any other English term for it, which is really odd to me. I think that's also why it's called blue, because it is technically a blueberry. Oh no, 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 no. Ew. Oh. Oh no, this does not smell good at all. First off, all the berry crumbs are now on my fingers, so I like that for me. So it doesn't taste bad. Both the berries and the vanilla are really just hints. Which is really good if you don't want to have an overpowering flavor. But at the same time I was expecting a little bit more. I also... I don't know why it smells like that. The more you eat of them, the more they kind of taste like hard candy that is berry flavored. If you know what I mean. Maybe 7 out of 10. Now this is blue popcorn. Half of it, granted, but there's actually blue on the popcorn. This flavor is called Blue Heaven. It is basically just salted and colored blue. Something's really off with the savory popcorn. It does smell really weird. It also tastes really chemical. But that's also kind of questionable. There shouldn't be a chemical taste on popcorn. That's so weird. I'm not sure if that's based on the food coloring. The blue ones kind of taste less chemical, which is even more concerning. 2.5 out of 10 for me. If I want to have salt popcorn, I can just go to the store and buy myself some salt popcorn. And sure, it's colored blue. That's why it even has points at all. But it also tastes like chemicals, so maybe go and fix that one. This one is called Dark Berry, and it's supposed to be with dark chocolate and raspberries. You mostly see the dark chocolate. There's like very, very tiny hints of like pink in there, which is probably coming from the raspberries. But I'm not sure how much raspberry will be there if it's like so faint. I do smell some chemically produced raspberry fragrance. So that's cool. Oh, what is that? Oh, this is the worst one out of all of them. Okay, let me try one without raspberry on it. Oh my god. Who's responsible for this? Oh no. This is 0 out of 10. This is terrible. This is called Strawberry Field, and it's basically strawberry taste. Yeah. Actually, no. Oh, no. I mean, okay. Not nearly as bad as the one before, but it does taste kind of like frozen strawberries. Which, I'm not sure if that sounds like a privileged thing, but I grew up with actual strawberries, and frozen strawberries just don't taste the same at all. They're usually kind of weird, and this is what this tastes like. A bit of chemicals added as well. It's not terrible, but also not good. The weird part is, the more that I eat, the more I'm getting into it, actually. This is probably savory again, and I'm not ready for that. Oh, it's not. Toffee! Please don't disappoint me, I love toffee. Oh, I didn't rate the strawberry one. 4 out of 10. Good placement, I know. I am disappointed. I mean, it's not the worst out of all of them, but it's also not that good. You can tell it's toffee. It does taste a little less chemical than most of the other ones. I'm eating heaps of it because I'm kinda hungry. Should probably eat actual food, but you know. I would probably give this like a 6 out of 10. Alright, it's December 9th, so that means we can open 2 more doors. I already see like spicy stuff. So this flavor says pink berries, and I'm not happy about pink berries. Interestingly enough, even though I would have expected a flavor like that to be sweet, it also says there's salt and pepper, multiple different kinds of pepper. Why do all of these smell so terrible? This is a different kind of weird. I'm not sure if I'm even tasting the berries. There's like a very weird aftertaste, and that could be the berries. The only thing I like about it is that it has a lot of pepper. And I do like the spiciness of pepper sometimes, so like, you know, sometimes I would get like bread rolls with pepper. but at the same time they're not good, like, at all. I would not recommend this unless you absolutely love pepper, but even then you have a weird aftertaste. I'm probably gonna finish these later for the pepper's sake, but like, no. I really should start writing down what I rate different things in the future when I do similar videos like that, so I can later on go back and actually place things in the same list. But I would right now go for either 4 or 5 out of 10. Okay, I ate too much of the pepper. My mouth is actually burning right now. That's fun. Oh, this could actually be good. This has speculatius flavor, which I'm not sure if there's anything comparable in the rest of the world. But there's like this cookie-ish thing in Germany that tastes like a lot like cinnamon. And they're good. Still a chemical fragrance, but a lot better than the other packs. That's solid. Yeah, this is honestly actually quite good. And even though it's so long ago, I can still tell that it's different from the first cinnamon-ish flavor I had. I'd probably give it like 8 out of 10. Maybe even 9 out of 10, to be quite honest. Today is the 12th of December, so we are literally in the middle of the advent calendar. And again, I had to skip a day. So we're now at a point where we have to open 3 more doors. And the funniest part is, in the last few days, I didn't really eat any popcorn, so I do have still a lot of leftover popcorn over there, which is fun. Oh, this is pink again. This one is called Salty Red. And if I remember correctly, didn't we have like a salty blue that was terrible? It also says there's vanilla on there. Salty vanilla. Let me just say, this is nothing extremely special, to be honest. It's just salty popcorn. But there's no chemical taste on it. So I'm really happy. Because, you know, I like salty popcorn. And this is so much better than the other salty popcorn I had. The food coloring is really random. And if I would have to rate this, it would probably be like 5 out of 10. Regular salty popcorn, no chemical taste, which should be expected. Okay, why are these all so terrible to get out now? So this is mainly turquoise colored and it has some wine red dots on it. And it is called, apparently, Fruity Zone, which is concerning, in my opinion. I mean, you can smell the fruits, but no. 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 Actually, yes. Yeah. I like it. Actually, it's good. Okay, here's probably the main reason why I like this. I'm not sure how much these were around in different countries, but in Hungary, whenever you went to holidays, because my family only went to Hungary, around the beach they sometimes had these candy floss, cotton candy, whatever you want to call it, machines, where they would put in like this sugary powder and then it makes cotton candy. I suppose that's always how it works, but like they had different colored ones. And I usually picked colorful ones. I don't know which one this reminds me of, but this is exactly some flavor that I always had. Sushi. Sushi popcorn. So there's seaweed, something called nori flowers, salt and red berries. Red berries on sushi? That's not what sushi tastes like. I mean, kind of, but not really. Let me say this. By far not the worst one I had so far, but also not really good. The flavor combination does kind of work, you can tell. It is supposed to be something seafoodish. I wouldn't recognize it as sushi. This will, however, get still like a 6 out of 10 for me. I do appreciate the creativity that was put into that. I also didn't rate the berry one. Well, the fruity zone, the candy floss one. That's 8 out of 10, definitely. Alright, so today is the 15th of December. I don't even remember which door we stopped on, I think the 12th. So let's get right back into popcorn. So on the 13th day we have popcorn with punch flavor. I don't even know how to translate that, but punch is basically an alcoholic beverage that's usually made with like juice and fruits and then a lot of alcohol. It is really popular on New Year's Eve, especially in Germany. This will either taste good or taste really bad, as per usual. Oh no. First of all, it doesn't taste bad. Does absolutely not taste like what I would expect. For some reason I expected some kind of alcoholic flavor, but there's nothing like that. I'm filming this at 7 in the morning and I usually never do. So I think I'm a bit too tired to properly film, which is fantastic. This is not how I would expect this beverage to taste like at all. In Germany, especially like years ago, I'm not sure if they still produce them, there were always these like tin boxes, like these round tin boxes with like hard candy in them. And a very popular one was the cherry flavor. And this is literally what this tastes like. I would rate them between 6 and 7 out of 10. On first glance, I would have expected this to be either butter popcorn or like banana popcorn because it's very freaking yellow. But actually the flavor is called Vanilla Sky. They're definitely on the better side though. Like they're not overly sweet, but you can taste that there's like some sweetness to them. They also might come off a little bit bland in comparison to some of the other flavors. But in that regard, and with the weirdness of some of the flavors in there, that's a good thing. Maybe 7 out of 10 actually. They're even more yellow, which is surprising. The flavor of this is lemon pepper. Does that mean lemon and pepper, or is there a specific thing called lemon pepper? Never heard of that. Oh yeah, it says here pepper and then lemon skin. I am lemon. These are with lemon skin. I do not want to eat my skin on popcorn. I prefer to have my skin on me. Okay, this does not smell as bad as some of the other ones. The fragrance is still weird, but it is mostly like dried pieces of like citrus fruits. There are certain spice combinations that people don't know go really well together. For example, sweet and salty goes really well together. If you have chocolate and you eat it with a salty cracker at the same time, that tastes incredibly good. Or like there's some companies that do like potato chips, like salted ones, with chocolate on them. They are really freaking good. Something that is both sour and spicy is the weirdest thing I ever had. What the hell were the people thinking? This is probably going right to the trash. Like, I mean, it made a good joke with the lemon skin, but like besides that, this is terrible. Holy crap. It tastes overly sour. The lemon is overpowering. And then you have at the same time like really strong pepper, which I wouldn't mind on its own. There's another type of pepper popcorn, as you remember, that I almost ate at once completely. It is very confusing to have both of them at the same time, and like, I feel weird eating this. 2 out of 10 because it's a creative idea, but it's a bad idea. It is a bad idea. Don't combine lemon flavoring with pepper. Spoiler warning, I didn't finish unpacking the stuff before Christmas. It is actually the 29th of December right now, and I didn't make any progress since the last clip, so you can probably tell things got a little bit chaotic and didn't work out how I thought they would. But that doesn't matter, we're just gonna open the next 3 doors right now. This is giving me déjà vu, because it is like very yellow again, but this time the flavor is actually curry. I am very worried about this. I mean, it does smell like bland popcorn mixed with curry powder, but it's not as bad of a fragrance as some of the other ones were. I'm not sure about this. It's not terrible. It's not good. I mean, it is okay. It's also really creative, and comparing it with how bad some of the other ones have been, I think I would actually give this a 7 out of 10. I am kind of hungry right now, so maybe I'm kind of swayed. But also, this is getting better the more I eat of it. This one is very brown, and it says triple chocolate. It does smell like dark chocolate, but also a bit like licorice. That's weird. The majority is dark chocolate. And I like the white and the milk chocolate ones, but I don't like the dark chocolate ones, which is based on the fact that I don't like dark chocolate. So, you know, it's not very likely for me to really love this one. Which is a shame, admittedly, and I think I would give this entire bag still a 7 out of 10. Alright, let me proceed with day number 18. Oh, my hair color, yeah, that did change a second ago. I decided to continue this video in the middle of my hair coloring journey, and I also did want to have my blonde hair on video for at least a second before I actually color it, so... Okay, why do I get green popcorn right after coloring my hair green? That's weird. This is salty green. It also has vanilla on it. And something called tartrazine. Yeah, the same stale popcorn smell I know and love. I don't love, but... The first one was really bland, but I guess it just didn't get any salt. It does taste literally just like normal salted popcorn. Sadly, it's an achievement for this calendar to have no weird aftertaste. So I would give this a 6 out of 10. So we're gonna go with 19. And the color's already making me worried. Blue Moon. That sounds like a drug. I mean, that really smells like frozen berries. It again is really in the realm of like candy floss. I think this one is actually quite good. And this is one of the rare cases where I would actually buy one of the flavors. I think this one is getting like an 8 out of 10 for me. It is currently very late at night. Technically January 5th morning, and I'm filming quite a few things right now, but because I'm filming I decided I should also film 2 more of the doors so I could finally get this one finished. Ooh, we're getting into a Christmassy mood past Christmas. These are gingerbread flavored, which sounds amazing. it does smell and taste like gingerbread. And like something Christmassy on the gingerbread. It's not the best one out of all of them. Maybe it is. I never wrote anything down, so this video is not gonna come to a conclusion of what is the best one. I think I would actually rate this with an 8 out of 10. This one is called Chilli Explosion. It is kind of orangey, so I can see where you're coming from, but I also would have thought either orange flavor or curcuma. Yeah, the scent is again just stale popcorn. So here's the thing that's really weird about the popcorn always being so stale and smelling stale and also kind of, you know, having the stale consistency. Sure, I did open this calendar a bit late. It is currently the 5th January, as I said, but if this is a door from the 21st December, there's not that much time that should have passed, and also they're sealed, so that shouldn't happen. Especially given that it says they should be good until the 3rd of February at least. So why is it stale? It just has some sort of rubbery consistency, which I don't like at all. I do like the amount of spice though. Like, it is actually that spicy that at this point I would stop and wait a second until, you know, the spice wears off. And like the bare flavor itself isn't bad, like it's definitely good popcorn. The staliness does take a bit away from it though, but I would still rate it like 7 out of 10, actually. Alright, so currently it's the very early morning of the 17th January, and I'm finally gonna open the last few bags of popcorn. This one is apparently called Black and White, because it has white chocolate and black glitter. That's like a choice. I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to taste like, but there's some really weird flavor notes in there. I don't even know what to say. Maybe actually 8 out of 10, but just because I love white chocolate. This is apple green, and there should be apple pieces? I don't know. I mean, to be honest, you can tell that there's like not natural apple in there, but it doesn't taste bad. So I think this is also gonna get an 8 out of 10. Alright, now let's go to the last one. And I would be really surprised if there's nothing Christmas flavored in here, because you know, this is the one you're gonna open on Christmas, technically. So this one is just called basically something along the lines of golden glitter, and it says special popcorn with golden glitter. What is special popcorn? It smells stale and chemical. It tastes stale and chemical. Honestly, what is this? It actually tastes a lot like cinema popcorn in Germany, which I like right now because I've not been to the cinema since 8 years or something like that. There's just, I feel like, nothing special to it if you don't have that personal connection. Actually, I'm gonna rate it 7 out of 10. The popcorn itself, like the base popcorn flavor it has, is very specific. It really has a distinctive taste to it, and I really cannot describe where it's coming from. But because it has that flavor and I really liked it and I grew up with that flavor, I'm still gonna give it a 7 out of 10, even though it's one of the most basic things the whole calendar had. But anyway, those were all the 24 days in the calendar, which took me so much longer to film than I expected. And I don't even know how long this video is gonna be, but I kind of fear that it might have gotten very long, potentially. Do you have any types of advent calendars in mind that I maybe should try at the end of this year if, you know, I managed to actually do that. Because if so, then leave that in the comments, I'm gonna check that out. Other than that, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like so I know these videos are actually, you know, things people want to see. If you do want to support me financially, Patreon and Ko-fi are both in the description, as well as my Discord server if you ever, you know, just want to talk about my content or about other stuff. I'm a lot on Discord, so feel free to join the server and connect with my small growing community. Besides that, if you like videos like this one, or travel vlogs, candy tastings, story times, random hauls and unboxings, or whatever else I just come up with in my weird brain, just check out the rest of my channel and see if there's more stuff you'd enjoy, and in that case, maybe just subscribe to my channel and then stay up to date with all of my newest content. And all of that being said, I hope to see you around next time.